I'm here to talk about charting. I'm working with 2016. All these features should work correctly with version 2013. I want to do a chart. I highlight the data that I want to include. So I have this here. You get the little quick analysis tool. I could click on charts here, cluster. It gives you little samples. You can also go onto the insert word at the top. You get different results, believe it or not, from these two different ways. So I have this chart here where it's showing each city by year. Now watch this. I go to switch row column, so it's showing Atlanta, etc. And what I want to do, let's say you want to abbreviate the numbers to 120 per million. I could just double click on this, and then I could go to display units. It says format axis. Display units, I'm going to choose millions. So it's showing that it actually adds the word millions there so they don't think there's 120 passengers. If you want to put a title in here, you click in here. You could type in here. I could actually go in here and just say top U.S. airports by year. And if you want to change the color, you could go into the home. Let's say I want to make it dark blue or whatever. Next, or a bold too. You can enlarge the font if you need. Shrinks the chart down. You can also change the style of the chart. You have under chart tools, design and format. I go to design. I hover the mouse here. That's style 4. So let's just work with, I'll use this one. And you can move this down if you need to. Just tick it down. Oops. It will do it. But you can position a chart too. Drag it to here. If I want to make it wider, like this, easier to read. Let's say I want to change the year, the picture, the color of the year 2013. I could click right in here. See how all of them are selected? This thing here changes according to the context. I click on the paint bucket, fill. Let's say I want to go into a solid fill, and it went into there, but I click over here, and let's say I want to make it a dark red. It has changed it. If I click inside this gray here, let's say I want to go into solid fill. Again, I don't want that. I could change this into another color, like that pale color. So that was our first chart. If you want to make something a little more legible, click inside here. I want it larger. I could just go on the Home tab, make it 14 point. I can make it a little bit deeper. And if you want to get a precise size, if you're on the format, let's say I want a 4 by 7 or 4 by 8, I can make it 4. That's the height. Let's say I want to make it 5. And I go here, make it 8. So I've adjusted the size. So we have chart number 1 done. What I want to know is what happened with just the airports in 1 year. What I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight Atlanta through Denver. I want to do a non-adjacent range. I hold down the control key, highlight that, do not include the year. You cannot use a quick analysis tool with non-adjacent ranges. I'm going to go into insert and I'm going to go into here. I want to do a bar chart. So I've got the chart there. I want this on a separate page. I go into Move Chart on the Design tab, New Sheet. I'll just call it Bar Chart. And then if I want to just say, click in there, 2013. I have that. Again, I can go into different styles here. And if I want to change the fill in the background here, the chart area here, I could go into a gradient fill. That might be too, go there. We got some contrast. I could go into here, make it bold. I just did a control B. I'll go on the home. I want to make it larger. I can click on that little thing here or just make it 12. So I've got that. You could see how the chart is changing. You got this legend here. It's getting a little bit, what's the word? Funky looking. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to click on Axis Options here. Right there. Axis Options here. A lot of this is just display units here. Again, I would probably go to millions. Much simpler. And you go into labels. Let's say I want to know just what happened with the actual information here. I click on labels next to Axis, but watch this. Let's say I just want to know what the traffic was in Atlanta. I click inside here. You got these three things here. You got the plus here. And then what I'm going to say is data labels. It's putting them all there. I'm going to undo. These are all selected. I just want one of them selected. Now I go to data labels. It's just showing it on that one item. And when you're in here, I could say inside base, outside end, data callout. So I could do it that way too. Lots of choices. So we've got that in here. And next thing I want to demonstrate, I'm just going to do a pie chart. So I'm going to go back into this page here. When you're doing a pie chart, you don't want a lot of data. I think you understand what I'm saying. Let's say I want to do a pie chart just on Chicago. I meant to say Atlanta. I highlight these things here. Let's see what happens. Sometimes it gets a little funky, okay? And I'll click inside here. I'm going to go to charts and I'm going to see pie. So that did work. It shows the sections of the pie. Let's say I want to go into here. You got these styles here. This is nice. I like this. You can also go into change colors. I can go here and make things look a little different. I use what I was doing here, the monochromatic ones. So I've got that there. If I want this legend, let's say at the bottom, the top, or something like that, you go into here, legend, I moved it, okay? Next thing I want to show you is you got the quick layout tool. You hover the mouse. This one's ugly. No real information or title here. It's showing Atlanta here. So this one looks pretty good. So we've done that. I can also change the chart type. I can click here and I can make this a column chart. I'll just hit the cancel. A lot of this is trial, error, and you want to make your data or your presentation as simple as possible.